Addie, I liked how earlier in our conversation you talked a little bit about why you think it's important that providers feel comfortable. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
My thing is, how comfortable are you that this should be happening anyway, but do you feel comfortable having this conversation? You know, it really depends on the comfortability of the therapist and of the provider doing this in that way. They can have this conversation. It's very important that you can relate somehow, some way to the family so you can have this conversation. It's all good that you have the tip sheet and you have all this information and you're talking to the family and writing down, but have you looked into their eyes? Have you assessed the situation, the family dynamic? Have you truly taken it into heart and understand the house you're coming into or the child you're dealing with at your center and the family? And I think there is a comfortability there that's not always there. I see it a lot where they're not always so comfortable with the families that they serve, and I think that's a bigger piece that we really need to talk to the providers about and to the therapists, and if there's some type of training or cultural awareness, because that's an issue that I see that's prevalent. What help can we give them so they are more comfortable? Because families can tell if you don't want to be here. They can tell. They can tell if you're not comfortable with them. And that shouldn't be.
Right. So one, as a provider, if you're sharing information with families about early childhood outcomes, perhaps this isn't a process that you do a lot. So you may need to sort of back up a little bit and make sure that you're comfortable with just the information yourself before you share with a family. And also knowing that, some conversations may be more difficult than others. So seeking support from a colleague or a supervisor is something that you could do if you're not sure that you're comfortable.
I think that's very important.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that's definitely okay.
And again, looping back to that idea, we should feel good that providers are concerned about having conversations with families or overwhelming families. Those are good things. So what are ways that we can support providers so that that concern doesn't turn into not sharing or offering opportunity?
Exactly.